All right. Well, that sucked. And welcome back to the first Patriots fan reaction. This is season 5. What? I've been doing this for 5 years? Jesus. That is crazy. Even though even though last year was inconsistent, we can all admit that. This year, I'm going to try to do all 17 games. I'm not going to make any promises, but I will try to the best of my ability. Anyway, Patriots lose again in Miami, 20-17 to the Miami Dolphins. Oh boy, this was not at all a fun game from the start. A terrible, no good, very bad first half. All right. 17-0 was the score at halftime. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. Penalties, turnovers. Kendrick Bourne didn't play until the fourth quarter. Like, what? He's our best playmaker, and Tyquan Thornton, who looked really good in the preseason, is out until mid-October. So I don't understand why you have Kendrick Bourne out there. Aguilar looks like Aguilar from Philly in the later years, which was terrible. The offensive line, the less said, the better. Cole Strange, kind of a strange offensive lineman, if you ask me. Michael Onwenu probably should be at right tackle. Don't put him at a guard. There's a reason. I know we all want to think that he's built for that. He's a guard. No, he's a tackle, and then that creates a problem. We traded our right guard last year, Shaq Mason, who was a top 5 right guard in the position for a 5th-round pick. So we ended up having to go, we split Brown and win. Okay, I get it. But there were a lot of missed coverages. It was just bad. They went into a blitz, and all hell would break loose. The play would break down very easily. That's how shit hit the fan for Mac tonight. One interception, one touchdown late in the game to Ty Montgomery, who rolled into the end zone for the only 7 points we got today. But, man, that first half was terrible. The second half was better, but time of possession really killed us. I think the Dolphins, they definitely had more time of possession. I don't have the exact stats on here. Because I couldn't get them off the NFL.com, all right? But my guess is that it would have been favored towards the Miami Dolphins. Let's talk about what happened. So, first drive, going really well. And then the INT. Now, I don't want to cry over spilled milk here over, the play itself. Yeah, sure, he was getting tugged like this. But, yeah, luckily, that turned into a field goal. So that was the first turnover of the game. The second turnover was a terrible, it was a fumble by Mac. It was just a blitz off the blind side. Bam! Couldn't get it, and it was a scoop and score for the Dolphins, which was, I want to say, one of their 2 only touchdowns today. So, yeah. Waddles, the other touchdown I want to talk about is Waddles' touchdown late in the second quarter. It was a 4th down. I thought they were just going to punt there, or they were going to try to draw him offside, but they didn't. They threw it right to Waddle, and the 2 linebackers go right at each other, and Waddle just waddles into the end zone. Again, another point on that is poor tackling cost us a lot. There were a lot of times where open tackles that usually should result in the play being, only 5 yards, open tackle, that's it. That got a lot of first downs, which ran down the clock, which gave the Dolphins more opportunities late in the game, or just throughout the game, not even late in the game. Sure, there were opportunities late in the game, but there were opportunities early in the game, too. So pretty much the first half was the Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong did go wrong. The second half, the Dolphins just pretty much were kind of playing, keep away and run the ball and run the ball and run the ball. And no turnovers. Yeah, so when the Dolphins have 3 turnovers, Patriots have 0, not a good look. Next week, the Patriots go to Pittsburgh. Yes, we get back-to-back games on the road to start the year. Yay! Not really. And Pittsburgh actually looks somewhat decent in their game against Cincinnati. They're currently, let me check this out, winning. Even though there's only 27 seconds left, but who gives a shit? Other than that, Matt Patricia should not be calling plays. I don't understand why we didn't hire an actual offensive coordinator. That was the one thing we had to do this offseason, but Bill was like, well, we should hire Matt Patricia and Joe Judge to run the offense. Like, what? Why? We should have, I heard rumors that Bill O'Brien was in on the job, and I was thinking, you know what? Sure, go hire Bill O'Brien, but that'll be something that bites us in the ass throughout the year if Matt Patricia is continuing to call plays, or if they do this weird, play caller by committee where it's Belichick one week, Judge the other, and Patricia the next. You know, it's not going to be good if you have a committee and you have somebody that's been a defensive specialist for 25 years, a guy that's been a special teams coach his entire career for the past, 15 years, and a guy that's been, sure, he's the best head coach of all time, but he is a defensive head coach first off, and he's always had somewhat decent, if not competent, offensive coordinators, whether it be Charlie Weiss, Josh McDaniels, or Bill O'Brien. So it'll be really interesting to see who, out of all these people, actually can call plays. But we will see throughout the year what happens with this. At the end of the day, it is the Patriots in Miami. This is their kryptonite. This has been their kryptonite, since Belichick started. You have years where they're terrible and they lose in Miami, and you have years where they win the Super Bowl and they lose in Miami. So they lost in Miami again. I don't think they actually play a game in this kind of heat for the rest of the year. They do not play south of the Mason-Dixon line until December. And that's when they go to face the Las Vegas Raiders. They don't face anybody in the AFC South on the road. They face the NFC North this year. 2 teams they face are Green Bay, which is going to be 75 degrees in October, and Minnesota, which is a dome. Minnesota in November is not going to be 100 degrees outside. That is going to be a very interesting season for the Patriots. Got off to a bad start in the first half. Second half kind of caught up. My suggestions, if anybody's listening at Gillette Stadium this week, put Kendrick Bourne in the lineup. All right, have him call plays. Have an emphasis on tackling this week. All right, especially open field tackles, because that's what killed us in the game. We gotta limit the turnovers. So that means offensive line, if they're showing blitz, audible, get an extra blocker in there. Get Jonnu Smith to block on the left side. All right, these should be simple things. Yes, I'm not Bill Belichick. Yes, I'm not, an NFL head coach. I'm just saying I guess we're going to be doing armchair coaching here. So that's it. And hope you guys have a good week. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next week.